Hi everyone, welcome back. The plan is that in about half an hour we'll be leaving and we're heading to Dartmouth. So it's a 4.5, 5 hour cruise. We're going to try and do it in one shot. Hopefully the Portland Bill races are okay. The weather seems to be a bit gusty and blustery, but we're on neap tides and we're going at low water. We'll hit Portland Bill at low water as opposed to high water. So we've got to go through the outer passage, not the inner passage, because it would be too shallow. So that'll be fun. Well, we've got to go 10-12 miles offshore to go around the races to avoid it, but yeah, we went for a shakedown cruise yesterday just to the Isle of Wight and back. Ran it up to speed. It was a bit more blustery yesterday and everything worked fine, boat worked well, so yeah, we're loaded and ready for going, and then we're going to coast up all the way back. So obviously I'm not going to video all of it, that's going to be hours and hours and hours of footage, but our video was leaving the berth and odd little bits and pieces along the way, and then calling at every marina we get to. So yeah, hang tight and we'll be on our way shortly. So we're all ready. We're just going to cast the lines off and get off. I have Marissa at the back, the child looking disgusted at the front. Wave for YouTube. And yeah, Dartmouth, here we come. Right, Logan, bow off. Yeah, babe, turn. We clear?
Yeah, clear.
A little bit of thruster to keep us square. I have fender pads on now, so I don't have to worry about fenders as much. What I do have to worry about is the two fenders that I leave out just in case, catching on those fender pads. But it's fine. We are pretty much at high water, so this is as quiet as it's going to get, water flow wise anyway. Just watching this back corner, making sure that we're missing that, using my stern thruster to bring us round. Watching the camera there to make sure that I'm not anywhere near the boat next to us. Throttle. And we're just going to slip straight out of this gap here. We're clear, there's nothing coming.
Absolutely clear.
Both engines ahead, tick over, and then we're controlling on rudder now, as opposed to using the engines. Yes. And we're just going to go straight out, nothing coming. A little bit there, but we're miles away from it. So we're just going to go straight out, straight onto the right hand side of the river, because on boating you drive on the right. That's it. We are on our way. It's 6 knots on the river, so we're doing 4.7 because we're just in tick over, but no rush. So that's it. We're just going to pop along now, and I'll catch up just as we're leaving the slow area and getting up to speed and heading towards the Isle of Wight and then towards the Needles and out. I'll see you again shortly. So we're just leaving the Hamble, that's the SOL terminal over there. We've got a load of kids on the dinghies. This double marker is where the 6 knots starts. So we're just going to round that and head a little bit further out. Actually, I think it's that second double marker, not this one. That second one is the 6 knots. But we're just going to head up there. There's a chart plotter telling me that I'm on my first waypoint. You can see we've got reds on the right there and greens over there, so we're in the channel, quite large. See here we dry out a bit, so we're just going to follow it round, and then somewhere around here at the Cardinal we'll be able to open it up. Wind's a bit blustery, a bit breezy, but the water seems basically smooth. There's no real any chop, so we'll try opening it up, and as long as the wind's not blowing the boat all over, that's us on speed. So yeah, I'll be back once we're closest to the Isle of Wight and underway. So, little update for you. We've just rounded Dartmouth Head. Got through the Over Falls near Swanage. Much worse than I was expecting. The wind is actually much worse than I expected. We've got quite long period rollers with quite a lot of chop because of the winds going against them. The camera never makes it look as bad as it is, but we've planted the bow a fair amount, and I've just about got us going level now, but I'm only able to hold 18 knots. Yeah, that's where we are now. So instead of heading straight across the next bay towards Portland Bill, because it is just black over there in front of us, and the weather reports for Dartmouth is thunderstorms and raining for the next 2 days. So I think I'm going to go here into the bay, see what the weather's like and the water's like, maybe stop at Poole tonight, maybe go as far as Weymouth, and then see what the weather's like tomorrow for rounding Portland and getting into Lyme Bay. I think my plan to do it in one trot has been scuppered by the English summertime by the looks of this, but I'll keep you guys updated. It is a lovely view. I would love to do this when the weather isn't trying to murder me. The boat is handling it much better than I am. Anyone who's experienced would probably be like, oh yeah, this boat's perfect, do this all day. Whereas I'm shitting myself every 35 seconds. So, yeah. But anyway, just a little update for you. I'll give you another shout when we're a bit further along. So, we've aborted our run to Dartmouth and we are currently pulling into Weymouth. So we're going to have an overnight in Weymouth. It started to rain. The weather is around Portland Bill and around the other side is really, that's just my waypoint saying we've arrived. Yeah, the weather is really not ideal. Actually across the harbour where Weymouth is, it was lovely and smooth, it was a lovely journey, but getting into Weymouth Harbour, as it starts to shallow out, it gets rough again. If any of you guys have done it, it's the weirdest entrance ever. It's really, yeah, rocky. But, I don't know, stabilisation will probably take that out, but yeah, we are at Weymouth though. So we're just pulling in now. There's some guys fishing up on the harbour wall. We're just following in. The bridge lift is at 4 o'clock and it is 1:45. So hopefully by the time we get up there, it'll be perfect time for the bridge lift. So yeah, I will be back when we're in the marina. Here we are at Weymouth. We're just waiting for this lifting bridge. We just don't quite fit under because of the beam with the arch and radar and everything. So that opens in, I don't know if you can see that, 5 minutes time. So it opens every 2 hours and then we'll be straight in. But we spotted a few nice pubs. So we're going to wander into the town and I spotted an arcade. So we get to go and put some 2 pence in a machine. So yeah, all good. Well, we're here in Weymouth Harbour. It's a boat harbour, the same as East Cowes. We're just going to go and pay at the reception. It's 60 quid for the night, which isn't that bad, including electric hookups. And then we're going to wander into town, go and find some arcades to play on and get some food. Yeah, we are in, we're secure. We're in not a lot of depth, but it's all good. So, day 2 of the voyage starts tomorrow. We'll decide in the morning whether we're going to try and make it round Portland Bill to Dartmouth, or whether we're going to abandon journey and head backwards, but we'll decide in the morning. I'll let you guys know. So, I will see you in the morning. So, welcome back. Today's the next day and we are just prepping to leave Weymouth Harbour. This bridge opens in 5-6 minutes, so I'm just doing a bit of station keeping. Straight in the middle, waiting for it, because there's nowhere really to wait and berth on this side. Our route today will take us into a Jurassic Cove, into the Weymouth coast there, and we're going to coast up all the way around. Hopefully get round the point at Swanage, Anvil Head or whatever it's called. Hopefully get through there okay, without any worries. We should hit it just after high water, so hopefully that'll be as slow as it gets. And then we're going to go in and around Poole Bay and cut in close to Bournemouth Harbour so we can get some videos going in around the sandy beaches and the pier and everything. And then our destination for tonight is Lymington, to go and have a night at Lymington. And then we'll mess around at the Needles probably tomorrow before going to Yarmouth if I can get a berth, or if not, up the Bewley River to Buckley's Hard. So I'll take a bit of footage on the way, and I'll see you all later. Weymouth towards, is it Anvil Point I think it's called, which is then, or whatever, and then we'll round that towards Swanage and then Poole and Bournemouth that way. But this is the Jurassic Coast. Try getting as closer, but I'm struggling with the wind and the tide to get any closer than this. It keeps pushing me further offshore and it's very lumpy, so I'm struggling a little bit. But there's plenty of people out. There's loads of motorboats really close in, but I can't even get in that close, so they must have coast off from Weymouth, whereas I'm much further out. I'm maybe a mile, 2 mile offshore here, crossing the bay, and it is much rougher out here, much more exposed to the sea. But we're going. The boat is handling it just fine. There's some fishermen out there. My crew are all reckless and idiots, but never mind. And yeah, so I'll give you a shout as we're getting towards Bournemouth, I think. It's old Harry. This over there, that's Sandbanks, and the entrance to Poole Harbour is there, but this is all Sandbanks, and we're just going to head through, because we're going to follow the Bournemouth Cove, or Poole Cove, whatever it's called, the bay. We're going to follow it round and literally just skim the coast all the way around until we're back at Hurst Point and then cut into the Solent. But I wanted to come and see the piers off Bournemouth and Oval, whatever the other place is. So the water is a lovely green colour. If you've never been, as you go further out, the water's blue, and then as you come in, there's a distinct line and it's green, and it shallows out. So I'm assuming it's sandy bottom here. But yeah, the water's a lovely colour. It's a little bit of rollers, but there's no chop, and the rollers aren't that. Maybe a metre and a half. I don't know if you can see that rocking off versus the horizon. But yeah, it's very nice. Used to 12.8 knots, not much, and I've just got 0.44 nautical miles into my next waypoint. But yeah, we're there you go. See it heeling over with the waves. It's just a little bit rocky still, but that'll, as we turn to go out the cove, that'll flatten out because we'll be heading into them. But yeah, it's been an eventful journey. No chop, just really big rollers and launching off. But the boat has actually handled it far better than I thought she would, because usually she's a bit unsettled. But the boat's handled it perfectly. I shit my pants at least 3 times. But yeah, we're good. And that's Bournemouth, I believe. Fairly sure it is. Yeah, that's Bournemouth. A big whale, you can see the pier out with the house skelter on it. And now we're just heading round the bay, back towards Hurst Point and into the Solent, where hopefully it'll be lovely and quiet and we can really blitz the engines. Although, interestingly, although my fuel tanks are square, the bottom half of the fuel tank seems to get used a lot quicker than the top half. So maybe it's just full of mud down the bottom. I don't know. I'm going to put new inspection shoes on them, so I might check whilst I'm under there, get them, drain them down. clean them out. But yeah, we'll do that once we're back in port. For now, boat's running fine and everything's good. So enjoy Bournemouth. So make this a quick one, since the battery's almost flat on the mic, but we are here at Lymington Yacht Harbour. This is our berth for the night, and yeah, the wind's died off. We got into the berth first time next to this absolutely lovely Princess 49, and yeah, we've been had a few drinks up at the bar, curry on the boat, and now it's time to enjoy this sun and relax until tomorrow, where I have no idea where we're going. Thought we booked us hard, but they're fully booked up. So maybe Yarmouth, maybe a day at the Needles and then into Yarmouth if we can, or maybe just pick up a boy at Bewley River and stay on a boy overnight, stay off grid. We'll see. We'll decide in the morning. And yeah, so we'll see you for day 3 shortly. Apparent 2-week big adventure, but we're cutting short because of the weather. We are just prepping to leave Lymington Yacht Harbour now. Engines are running, lines are ready, we're disconnected from everything, and we're going to head back to our home berth now and go and spend the next couple of days until Friday in our normal berth, because there's a bit of a storm coming in on Thursday and it's forecast thunder and lightning for tonight. So we're going to go and get a bit of shelter, fill it with fuel, have a day's rest tomorrow, and then Friday the weather's looking amazing, so we'll be back out towards the Needles hopefully and do some paddleboarding and swimming in the sea and anchoring and everything. But for now we're just going to do a little gentle run back up. We'll get a bit of footage on the way, and I'll see if I can actually video me leaving the yacht haven, because it's quite narrow. It's quite a weird little harbour, or feels weird anyway, probably isn't, but it feels a bit weird for me. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute and I'll try and do it one-handed. So let me see. Right, see if that works for you guys. Are we off clear, babes?
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of port ahead to just get moving forward and pull the front end away from the pontoon. Just using the thrusters to keep us away from this really big Princess next to us. But this is starting to turn us to a starboard, which is getting us ready for turning into the channel.
No, we're going to go straight back.
So
we're going to go straight back. We'll get fuel at normal.
We're just going to take it nice and slow. There's a fair amount of room. The fairway is actually fairly large, with some big boats come down here, because this is the fairway F. It's the one that leads up to. It's the one that leads up to their fuel berth. So I'm just using the thrusters to bring us round a little bit.
Clear on the pontoon.
Okay, thanks, babes.
And clear on the boat.
Perfect. That's it. We're clear of the pontoon then, and clear of the boat.
We've got enough fuel to get us back to the usual marina. So we're going to go and fuel up there instead, because there we get.
So we're just going
cheaper.
To head out. Just starboard ahead with a bit of right rudder to counteract the twist on it.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah, he gets a 28p a litre cheaper. Obviously, he's burning like £1,000 so it's a lot cheaper.
There we go.
Because this is really busy. He was going to put that. It's very busy, so we're just going to put that to a get pad. We're going to put the usual one, which only about 5 minutes away.
So just takes us back out of gear, let us crawl forward. Plus we've got to do a tight right again here. Get us back towards the entrance. There's an awful lot of axopars and exos in this marina. lovely Sunseeker Sport Yacht 75 next to us. This marina has a very slow speed limit, 3 knots. It's almost impossible for this boat to do 3 knots. And there's an awful lot of these little ribs constantly in and out that don't seem to stop for anyone and don't give a shit. I'm just gonna stop and let him pass, you see. There we are. This is the entrance. It's really weird. It's on a corner. So everything's around this corner. It looks a bit squatty because we've got the dredging barge here on the outside. But actually, it's quite a nice marina. The facilities, the toilets and the showers are lovely, clean. There's a really nice bar and restaurants. If you've not been here, I would definitely. Yeah, he's coming in here. It's one of those shuttle boats that keeps razzing around everywhere. And there's just a sailboat. So, well, he showed his intent. He pulled quite tightly so I could see where he was going. If he hadn't, I would have had to have stopped again for him. But yeah, so if you haven't been to this marina, it's 90 quid a night for Wild Rose. Obviously, she's quite big, but that includes electrics and everything. And yeah. That's it. So the approach is quite slow. I'm not going to video it. It's just a 6 knot run up the river. I'm not going to show you this, but I'll be back once we're running at speed out in the Solent. So yeah, see you in again shortly. Well, we are out of Lymington and up and running. Not running particularly fast, but there's a Sunseeker over there in the distance going at a bit of pace, and a very big yacht just off the edge of, I think that's Yarmouth. The Haynes, and then a Broom, what looks to be maybe a pilot boat of some description, and we're just heading fairly steadily at the moment straight towards Calshot, and then we're just going to swing up Calshot straight into a Hamble. But today is very grey in every direction. I'm very wet because the water keeps running off the top. No sun to be seen, and it's a little bit colder than it was yesterday, but it's fine. I'm running in the shallower water. It's smooth, it's glassy. I'm going to throttle up in a second, and we'll be on our way. So I'll give you a shout as we're back into the Hamble. We're just coming past. This is Cows, and that's Calshot there. We're just going to turn up into Southampton water in a minute. You see my waypoint here, and then we're just going to turn up. But there's a lot of boats out, even though it's fairly cold and not good. There's an awful lot of sailboats, but there's also a lot of motorboats. A really big one there, I don't know what it is. But there's a lot of little ones. I see a nice Princess Flybridge going past us. Yeah, I've slowed us down. We were doing 25 knots, but I've brought us down to 22, just because it's getting a bit rolly as the two kind of entrances meet here. It's a bit rolly, so yeah, you can see we're progressing along. We've got plenty of depth. We're outside the main channel. We're just on the shallow areas. But yeah, so next stop up the Hamble. We're just about to enter the Hamble. That's the first of the slow down signs that we're just going past now, and so we're going to start slowing ourselves down from, we were doing 24 knots, I got us up to 29, a bit of a high speed run, didn't quite manage 30. I'm just going to start to bring us down, let the wash behind us dissipate, wave to the crew. That was that one. Yeah, so Southampton's up there, Hamble River here, throttlers right down. Let all the wash dissipate. Put trim tabs up. And here's the second sign for entering the handbook. So at this point you've got to be doing 6 knots. A minimum wake. That's us slowed right down. We've just been caught up by our wake now. The water conditions, today's grey and shitty. I mean, it's cold. It's not a day that you want to be really out playing on the water. But if you're passage making today, despite being a bit hazy, visibility is good. Probably got 5 or 6 miles or so. And the water is so calm compared to the last 2 days that have been basically horrific for me. This is, yeah, this has been much nicer. So I've enjoyed the opportunity to stretch legs on the boat. We've drained 1 full tank of fuel, half of that, although I think that tank's lying to me, and half of that tank. So we've used a fair amount of fuel to get to Weymouth and back, but it's been rough seas, and we've done it at fairly decent speeds. So yeah, it's all good. Lovely sunseeker going past us. A little Rodson maybe. We're now just about to tick over, which is about as slow as I can go. Yeah, we're good. Little bayliner. So that's the entrance to Hamble. I don't know if I've shown you before, you've probably seen it before elsewhere. But yeah. So we're just going to poozle up at 6 knots, go and fill up at Swanwick, and then we're back in our own berth. So I'll see you then. Hi everyone. Well, as you can see, I've changed my t-shirts a few days after the last bit of video that's made up this. And I didn't record this outro earlier on because I was really hoping we'd get some more time using it, but as you can probably see from the canopies, it is absolutely hammering it down. We've had for August, we've had shit weather considering that June and July were, you know, heat wave conditions. So this is the unceremonious end to my day's big trip over to Dartmouth. We never made it to Dartmouth. We made it to a few nice ports, had a few days away, got lots of uses of the boat out and around in the area, gave it lots of running time, got to use all the new equipment and toys. But apart from that, that is it. So thank you for watching. Sorry it wasn't more interesting, there wasn't more places to go and see. But I will be back shortly. I'm going to come back hopefully for the boat show in September, which is only about a month away. So yeah, I'll come down and hopefully do a little bit of videoing then at the Southampton boat show. Until then, everyone, stay safe, and I will see you all later. Take care. Bye bye.